what? Cantor Beth is here, and that means that it is Shabbat. And here we are, and we're going to ask Cantor Beth, actually the Ben Schlicht for us first, to light the Shabbos candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Hey. I left my stuff down here. I'm getting in people's way. Cantor Beth is she's the piper, and she's going to call the tune.
Yivdu et Hashem. Get a little bit of excitement going to Yivdu, to stand before God and just say thank you and enjoy Shabbat. Yivdu et Hashem besimcha, Yivdu et Hashem besimcha, bo'u lefanav birnana, fanav birnana. Yivdu et Hashem besimcha, Yivdu et Hashem besimcha, bo'u lefanav birnana, fanav birnana. Yalala, 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 la la, yalala, la la, la la, yalala, 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 la la, yalala, la la, yalala, 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 la la, yalala, la la, la la, yalala, yalala, la la, la yalala, la la, la.
All right, we're going to begin Kabbalat Shabbat this evening on page 12. Page 12. Cantor Beth is going to lead us in the psalm beginning Lechu Nir'anana, top of page 12, beginning of Psalm 95. And join in once you catch on to the tune.
Naria letsori sheinu nikadma fana v'toda. Naria letsori sheinu b'smirot naria lo. Lechunena nena ladonai. Lechunena nena ladonai.
Jump ahead to page 99. 99 again, for part of a psalm. This is part of Psalm. I'm not sorry, 99. Psalm 99, page 17. Page 17.
Got me on that one too.
In my head, it made sense. Psalm 99 on page 17. The last three lines in the Hebrew, Romemu, and I know Cantor Beth wants to hear you, and so do I.
So this is a fun one where call and response. I go ki, you go ki. Let's try that. Ki. Ki. Excellent. Now everybody take a deep breath. Some energy, oxygen under that. We're gonna go ki. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what we're looking for. We want to bring in all of the energy that I know we're gonna need to get through this next couple of weeks. So. Here we go. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachvu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachvu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. Last time. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. I'm gonna hire you guys as my choir.
Yeah. All right, we're going to continue to page 20, pages 20 and 22, brought to us from the holy city of Sfat up in the north, in the Galil, and some of the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful parts of Israel, the mystical city of Sfat, and we have Lecha Dodi.
All right, we doing all the verses?
Mhm.
All right, all the verses. Here we go.
Pick a tune you like.
I'm getting there. A lot of pages to choose from, a lot of melodies to choose from. All right. That's definitely not the right one. I could play that, but it wouldn't sound very good. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad ishmiyanu el hamichad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litzilah. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor ha'beracha. Merosh iketem b'sucha sof ma'aseh b'machashvat tfilah. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor ha'beracha. Rav lach shevet be'emek ha'bacha v'hu yachamol eleichema. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Itna'ari u'imecharkuni livshi dikteti fartecha mi. Al yad ish bin partzi ko al yad bin ishai korba el nafshi kitela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala Shabbat nekabela. Itoreri, itoreri, kiva orekumi ori. Uri, uri, shir kapeni, kivorta aloi nita. Echadodi, likatala. Lote boshi veloti kami matis tofafi umatemi. Bafyeresu maniye ami vinimeta irotida. Lechadodi likatala. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevoshi velo tikavni matishtachachi umateni. I just did that verse, didn't I?
You did.
Verse number 7. V'hayulim shisa shosayich v'nachakuto mevalayich yasis alayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al-kalah lechadodi likatala b'nai Shabbat nekabela. Yamid usmo tifrotzi ve'et Adonai ta'aritzi. Ayad ish ben parzi v'nismecha v'rogila lechadodi likatala b'nai Shabbat nekabela. Bori v'shalom atenet mana gam b'simcha u'v'tzorah. Toremudei am sekula orichala lechadodi likatala b'nai Shabbat nekabela.
Written by a nice Jewish boy, Leonard Cohen. You know, we're all over the place. If it said Bob Dylan, it would have been the same. Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen. But let's join together on page 22. Page 22 for some verses from Psalm 92, the psalm dedicated for Shabbat. And let's read the outdented paragraph in English together. A psalm, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with a 10-string harp, with voice and lyre together. You have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai! How very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand. Just turn the page to 24. We'll greet the angels who come to spend Shabbat with us. According to the Gemara, according to the rabbis of the Talmud, every Friday night we get a neshama yetera, an extra soul, and that soul is often accompanied by two angels. And so on page 24, we'll greet those angels with the proper Shabbat greeting. Shalom Aleichem, peace unto you.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharim, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Oachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Imelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeit Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We have completed Kabbalat Shabbat. We have welcomed the Shabbat properly. The Shabbat Queen is with us. And now we're going to turn to the evening service, the Aravit service, page 146. Page 146, I'll ask everyone to please rise for Baruch Hu.
Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Hu Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated. Let's read together the 3 English paragraphs in English found on the bottom of 147. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, and not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you, and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. Page 148. We'll continue with the second blessing, the second bracha before the Shema, Ahavat Olam.
I apologize for all the page turning. I somehow managed to bring everything I need with me, except my notebook with my music in it.
Oh.
So I had to raid his office, and so I do apologize for all of the page turning. But this is Ahavat Olam, and it should be a familiar melody. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Torah u'mitzvot, u'kibud mishpati, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Adina Adonai, Eloheinu v'shofenu v'kumenu, nasiach nechukecha, v'nismach b'nimei toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam amen. Ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yabeinu. Ubahem gegeh yomam v'layla, ve'ahavat ha'atasi imenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lebavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha. Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta ba'am ve'shivtecha bebeitecha u'belechtecha ba'derech u'b'shofpecha u'b'kumhecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot bein einecha Uchtabtam, Amazuzot beitecha, uvisharecha, lema'an tizkeru, vasitem et kol mitzvotai, vitem kedoshim lelohechem, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
Let's turn to 151, and let's read responsibly those words in English. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all. Before our eyes, there's a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. When will redemption come? Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High. Top of page 152, Mi Chamocha.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקי היום לפני משה, זה עלינו ואמרו. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא. אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה, אדוני אלוהינו, גאל ישראל.
Top of 153, the first two verses of Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Abidinu Malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Abidinu Malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor et Tzidkenu, Uvoenu, L'chaim u'shalom, ve'ata ve'olam. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Abidinu Malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Abidinu Malkeinu l'chaim. Abidinu Malkeinu l'chaim.
At the bottom of 53, let's read together. Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours.
ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום, עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים, ועל ירושלים, ועל ירושלים. Amen.
Page 154, it's not Shabbat without it. Verses from the book of Exodus, Vishamru.
There it is. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת נגדרתם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת נגדרתם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת נגדרתם ברית עולם. איש אשת יביב עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת נגדרתם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת נגדרתם ברית עולם.
Please rise for the Amidah. We find it beginning on page 155, and we'll chant 155, 156, and 157 together, and then we'll go silently, and you can finish the prayer in the Hebrew, in the English, or offer up your own meditative prayer.
Adonai sefatai tifta ufia tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Eloheinu b'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mebie Geula Livnei B'neiha, Le'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechaye metim atah Rav ve'Hoshia. Hashiva ruach u'morid hakasham, mechalkel chayim b'chesed, mechaye metim berachamim rabim. Samech noflim v'rafeh cholim, u'matir asurim, u'mekayem emunato lishenei afar, v'chamocha ba'al gevurot, u'midamela, melech menit ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש קדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Let's continue. Middle of page 160. Middle of page 116. Let's read these words together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger for fulfillment on this day. May we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat. Page 163, a little bit of hoda'ah, a little bit of thanksgiving. Lots to be thankful for this week. And let's read at the top of 163 responsively. For the goodness which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. Page 164, we close out, as always, with a prayer for peace. And in the evening, it is Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav, Yisrael Tassim Me'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Tassim Me'olam. Ki atahu melech Adon, lecha hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon, lecha hashalom. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Tassim Me'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Tassim Me'olam. B'tov me'einecha lemaneh et amcha Yisrael. B'chol עת ובכל שעה לשלומך. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Tassim Me'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Tassim Me'olam. Tassim Me'olam. Tassim Me'olam.
jump ahead to page 253 to one of our many prayers for healing. This one is called Misha Berach, may the one who healed. Misha Berach, page 253.
I think I would have this one memorized by now, but unfortunately I don't. Bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us sing Amen. Mishebeinu, Iroteinu, Mikor HaBracha, Aharoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with Refuah Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
I'm going to jump ahead even a little bit further to page 258, page 259, prayers of our community. And Mr. Hoyt, Mr. President, how about the prayer for our congregation?
Source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us. Love of Torah, devotion, and prayer in support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction. May we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy.
Baruch atah Adonai, shotecha levacha b'yirah na'avod. Maury, the prayer for our country, please.
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit.
Amen. Max, how about the prayers for Israel? Top of 259. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper.
Again, Alecha v'esrachastecha, ufros Alecha sukat shlomecha, ushov orcha v'mitcha shecha, serha v'yatecha, v'tachmein, v'etzav, kava milchnecha, v'matzatah shalom, v'aret, v'shimchat olam, v'yashecha v'lomah.
Amen.
How about the English, Max?
And heavenly Lord, the Redeemer of Israel, blessed Israel, to mark the dying hope for us in peace. Should we the wings of your love spread over the canopy of your peace, all living lives. God in this council, establish peace and life for all who dwell there.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. I think I've lost my cards. That is a thing. I seem to have lost my cards. They were here. It's Cantor Beth. She stole them.
I didn't want to be the only one missing something today.
Yeah.
They got them
Wow,
locked
this
away.
is weird. No, this is beyond weird. This is never happened.
There's always a first for everything,
There is.
so I am told.
There is, of course. This, of course, it would be this weekend that would happen, wouldn't it? Oh well.
Is this what we call like a wing and a prayer?
Oh no, here they are. Aha!
Under your bed.
They were hiding on me. All right, Shabbat Shalom and good Shabbos. This week's Parsha is Parshat Vayigash. And it begins possibly short of Moshe's narrative. This is the longest narrative in the Torah next to Moshe. It's the longest narrative in Bereshit. It's the story of Yosef. And it reads like a novel. And in case you want to read it, there was a novel written by Thomas Mann called Yosef und seine Brüder, and it runs about 1,300 pages in German, and it is a very, very good read. And so the rest of the Parshiot in Bereshit and Genesis focus on Joseph and his life. I got to tell you, Yosef is not the kind of brother you want to have. He was next to the youngest, but he was his father's favorite. And he revisits a lot of the earlier family dynamics that we saw in the family of Abraham, the family of Yitzhak, and now in the family of Yaakov. There's great animosity between brothers. In fact, I think it's 9 brothers at that point are ready to kill him without any hesitation. We revisit the idea of favorite sons and the dynamics that go on there. He gets a coat of many colors, a ketonet pasim, many colored coat, which drives his brothers to distraction. And they really do want to kill him. And as a matter of fact, they come very close to it. It's a story of a dreamer, Yosef, but a dreamer with a big mouth. It's one thing to be the favorite son. It's one thing to have this connection to the Almighty. It's quite another when you walk around and you can't stop talking about it. All right. Yosef, according to some of the commentators, was not only that, but he was very pretty. He curled his hair. He wore dark eyeliner. I guess they would have called it dye liner, right? And he felt that he was all of that in a bag of chips, except his brothers didn't seem so into him. He has this dream about sheaves, about the wheat harvest, and his stands straight up, and all the other sheaves around him bow down. And of course, it's one thing to tell that to your brothers. It's another thing to interpret it for your brothers, telling them, just in case you missed it, guys, this is me. I'm standing up straight, and you all are bowing down to me. He has a dream where the sun, the moon, and 11 stars all seem to be focusing on this one person. And he tells his father this. He says, Pops, you're the sun, and Mom's the moon, and the 11 stars are the brothers, and the rest of it is me. And this upsets his father. But his father doesn't say anything. His father doesn't say, hey, kid, shh. Those brothers of yours are bigger. They're nastier. They have you not heard what they did to Shechem?
And there's more of them.
And there's more of them than you. And so why don't you just relax a little bit? So one day he goes out, and he's sent out by his father to spy on his brothers. Right? It's go and tell me what your brothers are doing. Well, Reuven's out there smoking behind the haystacks, and Levi is out, chasing this cute shepherd girl that from the crop. Right? He knows he's going to get into trouble, but his father sends him out anyway to do it, and he kind of does it. But then the brothers have had enough, and they get him, and they plot to kill him. Literally, they're going to kill him. And Reuven, the elder brother, steps up and says, we're not going to kill him. We'll just put him in a pit and let him get himself out. Right? And So while they're all sitting around congratulating themselves that they didn't kill him, a Midianite tribe comes by and lifts him out of the pit and then takes him and sells him to the Ishmaelites. And so when the brothers go back, there's nobody in the pit. And they tear the coat of many colors. They dip it in some goat's blood, and they go back to their father and they say, "Hey, Pops, guess what? We had nothing to do with it. It was an accident. But that kid Yosef, Yosef, must have gotten eaten by something, because while we were out doing our duty to you, tending your herds, being serious about being good sons, this beast came and ate your youngest son. So sorry, we'll see you later." And this breaks Yaakov's heart. At the end of that story, at the end of that scene, we have a break. There's another story that's dropped right in. Last week, we had the story of Dinah, the girl who goes out with her friends and gets raped by Shechem. This is another drop in. It's about Yehuda and Tamar. And Yehuda has 3 sons. He has he has Onan, and he has Shelah. And so he gives he doesn't. Goes and marries Tamar. And does something that angers God, and so God strikes him down. Okay, well, there's another son, Onan, because now Tamar has to marry the next brother, because her husband, died without having an heir. So Onan looks at her and says, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get this one pregnant." So he doesn't finish the deed with her, and he just kind of like pulls out at the last minute, and no children. And this displeases God, and so God strikes him down. Now Yehuda might not be the sharpest tack in the pack, but he does know that he's 0 for 2 with sons and Tamar. And he says to Tamar, "I'll send you the 3rd son only when he's older. We're gonna let you cool off a little bit." Now, Tamar can't get married. Tamar can't marry anyone at this point until she's either released by Shelah or the father sends him to marry her. And so we get this interesting story that she gets tired of waiting. She petitions to Yehuda, and Yehuda keeps blowing her off, saying, "Later, next time, the kid's too young, I'm busy." So she decides, when she hears he's coming to town, that she's going to set a trap. And he comes, and she dresses herself up as the harlot by the side of the road, is how it's often described. She tarts herself up, and she sits herself on the side of the road where, if harlots were, that's where they would sit. And he comes past, and he catches her eye, and she catches his eye. It's like, oh. Right? So they go, and they engage in what adults do when they meet each other on the side of the road. And when he's done, Tamar says, "Yeah, what about payment?" And he's like, "Oh, I left my wallet in my other pants. I'll pay you back when I come back." She says, "Nah, I might have been born during the day, but I wasn't born yesterday. And so leave me your staff and your signet ring. And that way, when you come back, you'll know that I have it, and I'll be waiting." So he says, "All right, here, whatever." And he goes, and he does his business, why he's up there. And then a little bit later, 9 months later, something like that, he hears that this woman, Tamar, is pregnant. And he's offended. He clutches his pearls, and he's, "Oh, that hussy. She was supposed to marry my youngest son, and now she's pregnant. Oh, okay." So he starts screaming where he is, and apparently screams all the way up to where she is, screaming, "Oh, I'm going to kill her. She's going to be burned. She's this, she's that." And when he gets to the town, he goes to the town elders and says, "That little harlot that was sitting by the side of the road about 9 months ago, where is she?" And the town elders say, "What are you talking about? This isn't that kind of town. We don't have a harlot by the side of the road. You must be mistaken." He's like, No, it was right here. really, nobody this fitting that description has been there. Says, well, give me Tamar. And they bring her out, and she's obviously very pregnant. And he calls her names. See? And she says, oh, yeah. I know who the father is. So, of course you do. She says, did you recognize the staff and the signet ring? And he's like, you? And she's like, yeah, because you were trying to cheat me out of a husband. And so now I got you, babe. And they marry, and they live literally happily ever after. But it's an interesting story. The lesson is, watch what you say. Before you know the whole story, don't go popping off about somebody or something, because that's what Yehuda did. He popped off about Tamar, and turns out he was responsible. And boy, was he surprised. So after that, we go back to Joseph's story, right? And he's in Mitzrayim, and he works for a man named Potiphar. And again, he works his way up, and he runs the household. A very nice story so far. But then Potiphar has a wife. And I don't know how to read it, because it could be read either way. Either Yosef puts the moves on her, or she puts the moves on Yosef. But either way, one of them, Yosef, winds up outside the house missing his pants. And the Potiphar's wife starts screaming, he's tried to put his hands on me. He's tried to put his hands on me. This dirty Hebrew tried to touch me. And of course, he's arrested and then thrown into jail, where he sets himself up as an interpreter of dreams. And the cupbearer and the baker of Pharaoh both have dreams, and he interprets them well. One winds up dying, and the other one is released. And that's the cupbearer. And the cupbearer promises to remember Yosef when he gets out, but forgets him. And Yosef, at the end of this week's Parsha, is sitting in jail all by himself. And that's your Parsha in a nutshell.
And then he sings, close every door to me. Hide all the world from me.
This is my time. You sing later. I talk
never
now.
stop singing.
Boy, don't I know it. This is one of those weird years where I wind up thinking about my dad on his yard site, which was this week, although he died 2 days before Thanksgiving because of the vicissitudes of the Hebrew calendar. I get to be miserable twice in under a month. It was 14 years ago. It seems like yesterday, but it also seems like an eternity. I'm grateful that he was with me for as long as he was. One of my favorite books in high school and in college, because I had to read it so many times, was Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. And my favorite character was not Pip or any of the major ones. It was a man named Wemmick, Mr. Wemmick. And his job was to take care of the aged P, his aged father. And whenever Wemmick would show up, he would talk about his father. And in the book, Wemmick's father was very old. My dad got to 69, which was not young, which is not old, which was very, very young. And even though I'm grateful, I still am angry. And that's okay. Whenever you lose someone, you're allowed to be angry. Don't let anybody tell you you're not. Because you are. Because it's not fair. I still have his number in my phone. And at least once, maybe twice a month, I go and I get ready to dial to tell the Alta, their Alta, that's what we call them, along with Pops, to talk to him about a movie that I had seen or a book that I had read that I think he would like, or some problem that I need to have some help unpacking. His English date is November, but it's a leap month. And I've done deep thinking about Pops and what he has taught me. And I give him credit. He was an amazing teacher, but I was not always a good student. And some lessons that he tried to teach me, I think he was like, well, you should have gotten this much earlier. I shouldn't have had to say this 12 or 20 or 500 times. But he did. He was patient. He never gave up on me. It wasn't his fault that I wasn't paying attention. And so one of the ways that I deal with missing him is I try to imagine WWPD. A number of years ago, there were these bracelets that came out. What would Jesus do, or what would Buddha do? And I have, what would Pops do? Because I burn hot. And so if you pull, my mom can vouch for this, that if you pull out in front of me in traffic, I want to pull you out and teach you a lesson. Pops wasn't like that. And I don't know where I get it from, but I always try to think, what would Pops do? And it's almost always the opposite of what I would do. And that's fine. That's fine. He was a role model. I'm not just saying this, but he was. He exhibited all of his life, or at least all for my life, the traits that he wanted my brother and me to emulate. Right? He walked the walk and he talked the talk. I once had somebody say, you talk about your father an awful lot. Nobody's met him. Why do you waste our time with that? And I said, are you afraid that nobody's going to speak about the way I speak about my father, about you when you're dead? Because that's the kind of man he was. He was a man who would give you whatever you needed and not remind you that you owed him. I never heard him say certain words. He was a sailor in the 60s. And I know we knew them. And I read books with those words in them, but I had never heard him utter certain words. He was never dismissive of another's ideas, no matter how harebrained. I would be sitting at places with him and somebody would say something bone-numbingly stupid, and I would want to get up and let them know, and he would just say, sit down, don't worry. He's entitled to his opinion. He never embarrassed anyone publicly, although he could have. He knew how to apologize, even to me, even to his son. He would apologize when he felt that he had done something to upset me. And he never stayed angry. He never stayed angry. And that's a lesson I'm trying to learn. And I've been at it for as long as I can remember. And I'm not a step closer, it seems. But he never stayed angry. We could go at it hammer and tongs. We could go at it, and my mother and my grandmothers would think that we were going to kill each other. And then 2 hours later, we were laughing and eating ice cream together, as if it had never happened. So I asked him once, how can you let things go? How can you just, I know I'm not easy, and how can you just let it go? Because I thought there was a secret. Maybe he had a stash of vodka or Schlivovitz or something in the back, but no. So I asked him, and he said, too much work to carry them. Gets heavy when you're carrying anger. And so it's too much work. Keeps us from being happy. Keeps us from feeling joy. He says, I can't be angry and be out in the backyard watching you and your brother. I can't be angry watching your brother play baseball or whatever. I can't be angry and enjoy that. So it's easy not to be angry. He says it, he used to tell, he said, when you are angry, Bob, and you're just carrying it around, it's like taking poison and waiting for the other guy to die. You take the poison and the other guy is supposed to die. That's not how it works. His yard site was this week. But you know what? It was just another day. And I tell people this all the time, that we can be sad, we could be angry, we could be whatever, but it's easier to keep the people with us if we behave the way they would want us to behave. I said to my grams, my maternal grandmother, when she was dying, I said, I'm not going to get to visit your grave much. You're going to be in Pennsylvania. I'm in Oklahoma now. I'm thinking I'm going to be in. She says, why would you want to visit my grave? Just behave. I want you to behave, and I'm with you always. Many years later, my father and I had the same conversation. I said, Pops, I'm not going to be able to visit you. I said, I'll do my best. He says, why? I'm not there. He said, but if you want to visit me, just behave the way I want you to behave. And then I'm close. Two people who died years apart. Neither of them knew I had the same conversation with them, but they gave me the same answer. Remember me by behaving the right way. I keep Pops with me every day, not just on yard site, not just on Yisker. I'd get rid of Yisker if I could, because it's much better for us to behave daily in a good way than to put on a show or to feel everything on one particular day. All right, I keep them with me. I try to live by his example. I'm still learning. I'm a work in progress. But I'll leave you with a quote. Pop said, life is too short to get angry and to be angry. Talk about it, then let it go. Get on with living. Shabbat shalom. All right, Maury, what time is it for Cantor Beth?
Kadoosh.
It's time for Kiddush. Maury always knows when it's mine. I thought we could maybe flummox him a little bit, but no, he was right on top of it. Gonna have some Kiddush. It's even tabbed, because I keep losing it. Do something.
I'm sorry.
Do something. Something. Oh yeah, go ahead.
יום השישי ויחלו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בשבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ספרים רנם רבותיי,
Chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, barei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu. זיכרון מעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
Please remain standing, page 282, as we begin to close out our service. Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shameach l'adon hakol, l'atei k'ulan yatzeh ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו ככה, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת זו וגולם מרומים, ואלוהינו אחד, אמת מתנו אפס סגולתו, הכתוב בתורתו, וידעתיה והשבותה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת עינו. כי המלכות שלך היא, ולעולמי תמלך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
May be seated. This week we observed the following yard sites: Selma Fullick Galpin, Betty Colker's mother; Samuel Mansbach, son of Joe, Gerald's brother; Laura Bihar Turetsky, Tori Witcher's mother; Marge Halstead, Karen Colker's mother; Albert Levine, Marilyn Cohen's father; Faye Elderman Borstein, Lil Colker's sister, Joe's wife, Alan's mother; Sarah Levy, Bob Levy and Lois's mother; Rosemary Levy, Bob's aunt; Sylvia Levy Pollock, Bob Levy's aunt, a sister of Rose; Sally L. Sparks, Alan Siegel's mother-in-law, mother of his wife, Sally; David Koros, son of Don and Betty; Norman Friedman, married to Eleanor, father of Jeff; Ray Cutler Jaffe, Jack Cutler's sister; Sharon Greenstein Ivanchik, Mari Greenstein's sister; Joanne Glick Levy, David's sister, mother of Mark and Michael. May their souls be bound under the bond of life eternal. May their memory be a blessing to us, and may they always rest in peace.
Amen.
Page 294, Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Dalma Divrach Hiruteh, Yamlik Malchuteh. V'chayechon, v'yomechon, v'chayet kol Beit Yisrael. V'agalav v'zman kariv v'yimru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal. Shmei Kusha Richu. Le'elam mikol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Damiram be'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya. Chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. May be seated. Wait, Mr. President, you got some announcements? Got something you want to share?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Wait.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Good to see everybody. Thank you, Taylor Beth. Very good to have you here. I'm glad we have a good turnout. Have a lot going on this weekend. Let me see if I get it all right. If you have bets on it, you might lose them if you bet me to get it all right.
I have faith.
Of faith. Okay. So tomorrow we've got service at 10.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, we have a lunch and learn in honor of the rabbi's father, who you heard about tonight. And thank you for letting me know about that. And then later that night, that evening, and I'm not sure what we call this, but we're having a wonderful music program, correct?
An evening of live entertainment.
An evening of live entertainment, correct?
Yes.
Can you let us know a little bit about what we're doing? Or is that
She's gonna
surprise?
sing.
I'm very good at singing and making noise in that respect.
Making
so,
noise, I
we're
hear
gonna have some songs, also some, preparation for Hanukkah. Maybe I'll teach a few songs as well. That was part of the plan. And then, we will feed you, and we will have an opportunity to just sing and dance and enjoy.
Wonderful. Well, we'll be there. I hope other people have RSVP. Welcome. I've seen some new faces, so welcome to everybody here who has just recently attended. Thank you for coming to B'nai Shalom. And then Sunday we pick up. We'll have service at 9 a.m. with David Glick. And then we will have, I believe, we're going to have, are we having study with you on Sunday?
No, well, my Talmud class will meet, but we do, instead of my adult ed, we're going to have a family-friendly Hanukkah program.
Right.
That's right.
Is it crafts? Will there be crafts?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
yes,
And
indeed.
there'll probably be food for you, wait,
And food.
Some munchies.
I need the crafts.
and crafts.
All right. And then we've got Hanukkah coming up. We will be having that the next weekend. I would be remiss, have to work in remiss. Get that on your bingo cards. Because nobody ever uses the word remiss unless they're speaking in front of people.
That's right.
But I would be remiss if I did not mention we've got a raffle coming up in March. And if you've got tickets, sell those tickets. And if you don't have tickets and you want to buy the tickets, please buy the tickets, because the raffle proceeds go to wonderful things here at this congregation. And our wonderful Vice President Mark Rosen is in charge of the raffle. I've really enjoyed working with Mark over the last year and a half. He's been a wonderful guy to work with. That's all I've got.
All right, well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Hanukkah dinner? Hanukkah covered dish dinner on the 29th. That's a Sunday.
You'll be getting, I'm sure, an email
Yeah.
with all of the Hanukkah schedule. For those who, we're not having anything most of the nights here, so we'll be online again starting Wednesday night. And then Sunday night when the dinner is here, you'll be able to bring your menorah and light them here. But we'll be getting that email out early in the week. I would be remiss if I didn't wish our friend Max a happy birthday. He's no longer 13, and so now he's 14, which means he's already passed his bar mitzvah and everything. So 14 is just a year where I get to put him to work and make him do all sorts of things he doesn't want to do. And so want to say welcome to Mom and Cliff. They are here in honor of my dad's yahrzeit. And then, they say they come to see me. No, they come to see the dogs and the cats and
me.
and Cantor Beth when she's around. Cantor Beth is the son they always wanted and never had. All righty. So I think that's it. There's an oneg.
Me, yes.
Yes.
I'm working on covered dish dinner.
No covered dish dinner. No, but it could be. It could be. A fine representative of the Levy family will be giving us the oneg this evening. And so immediately after services, enjoy the oneg. All right. You are turning all sorts of pages. I don't know where you are. You're on the top, Maoz. Cantor Beth says on page 364, I think. 364. She's getting us ready for not Shavuot. She's getting us ready for Hanukkah, and it's Ma'oz Sur. 365.
Shir Mizmor,
says to us hello via the interwebs or the intertubes? I bet Mom and Cliff aren't there tonight, but that's okay. Grant David Tate, Shabbat Shalom and good Shabbos to everyone, especially guests, Cantor Beth, and everyone there and here, everywhere via the intertubes. Rabbi, stay warm. Again, good Shabbos. Thank you. GDT. Donna Wilson, Shabbat Shalom to all. Hope everyone stays warm. Shabbat Shalom from Jacksonville. Welcome back, Cantor Beth. Jacksonville, that's somewhere not here.
That's Judy.
Is that Judy? There is a J there. That's it. Okay, I thought the J was for Jacksonville. Heather Watts, Shabbat Shalom. Cantor Beth sounds wonderful as always. Don't encourage her. Donnell Horn, what better way to start the weekend with music? Thank you, Cantor. Judy Lundy, Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi, enjoyed your story memory as always. Try to stay warm. When it gets cold, I'll let you know. It's not yet cold. It's pretty nice out there.
It's freezing.
Oh, whatever. And Grant David again, agreed Donnell. Great music, Esprit, Cantor Beth. Enjoy the oneg and stay safe, warm with a Shabbat Shalom and good Shabbos to all. Thank you. All right, friends, I will not be remiss if I didn't say stay warm. Well, I don't know what that is. Lots going on this weekend. Hope to see you for any and all. I want to say thank you to Cantor Beth for being here. And Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos, and please be careful out there.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Taylor.
My name's Thomas.
Nice to meet you.
Did I send you a friend request?